Next, yesterday we released an important interview. Paula Scanlan appeared in What Is a Woman? Her name's Paula Scanlan, and she's a teammate of Leah Thomas, who's the male UPenn swimmer who competed against women. And you might not recognize the name from the film because she wasn't named in the film. She appeared in the film anonymously. Her face was blacked out. Her voice was changed. But then she reached out to us a few weeks ago, and she said she wanted to go public. And it just so happened that she reached out to us. She didn't know that we were planning on releasing What Is a Woman on Twitter. She didn't know about all the things we had planned. And so this all kind of worked out. She just happened to reach out to us at the exact same moment we were planning all of this. And she said she wanted to go public. She wanted to put her face and name with it and really speak out in a more visible way. So we were, of course, happy to have her back, talk to her again, which we did. And you can find the whole interview on Twitter and I think on YouTube until YouTube takes it down. Whole conversation is worth listening to. But I want to play this one part for you, okay? Paula talks about how the university would shut down dissent from the real women on the team. And so, because many of us have wondered, when these men are invading women's sports, why aren't the women on the teams speaking out more? What are they saying behind the scenes? There's no way they're okay with this. How could they be okay with it? Well, I asked her about that, and she talks about it in some detail. And she says that the university had a meeting where they sat all the girls down, and Leah Thomas was not at the meeting. Okay, he wasn't there. And they sat everyone down. They brought in the activists from the campus LGBT center, and they basically told all the girls to fall in line. And also offered them psychological counseling to help heal their mental problems that would cause them to object in the first place. Okay, so there was a real campaign of intimidation, coercion, and this sort of psychological manipulation and gaslighting that went on to make the girls on the team feel crazy for not being okay with having a naked man in the locker room or having their opportunities stolen from them by a man competing on the team. And that campaign was apparently very effective. So here she is talking a little bit about that. Listen.
So prior to that meeting, I would have one-on-one conversations with pretty much everyone on the team. Say, hey, I don't think this is right. Yeah, I don't think it's right either. Another teammate actually said to me, I think Leah's record should have an asterisk. Or someone said, I think Leah should compete exhibition. Or, I don't think this is going to go on for much longer. Someone's going to step in and end this. And I had these conversations with so many of my teammates. I would say most people on the team had this opinion. And then after that meeting, they really scared us. It was scary, and I was petrified. I went home that night and I called my brother on the phone and I said, can I even talk about this with you? Is there something wrong with me for thinking that this is wrong? It worked. The university wanted us to be quiet, and they did it in a very effective way. They continued to just tell us that our opinions were wrong and that if we had an issue with it, we were the problem. And it's frightening, and your future job is on the line and everything else you want to accomplish. So of course it worked. And then after that point, no one would talk about it anymore. If they effectively, silenced us even within talking to each other.
She also tells, and again, you can go Twitter or YouTube and find the interview. I think it's about 30 minutes long. The whole story is worth hearing. There's a lot more there about what they did to these women. She gives one specific example of a teammate of hers who was very against this, and she said, "Hey, I'm going to go in and I'm going to talk to someone. I'm going to have a meeting with the administration and speak up." And she did, and then she came back, and it was like invasion of the body snatchers. It was she came back and she said, "Well, this is actually a really good thing, and it's really beautiful and powerful that Leah is here." Change just like that on a dime. The CEO of Innovation Refunds and GetRefunds.com has been on TV explaining how they've helped so many small businesses with their ERC tax refunds. They've completed thousands of returns for different kinds of businesses, including over $700 million for construction companies and over $200 million in restaurants, bars, and hotels. Innovation Refunds has hundreds of 5-star Trustpilot and Google reviews and is certified with the Better Business Bureau. In just 8 minutes, you can easily start the process on GetRefunds.com. You could be on your way to receiving up to $26,000 per employee. The ERC tax credit is not a loan. It's a refund of your already paid taxes designed to let the business owner direct the money into anything the business needs to grow. It's money that you can use to improve your business however you see fit. So go to getrefunds.com to start the process. There's no upfront charge. There's, they don't get paid unless you get paid. It's simple as that. Innovation Refunds has already helped clients claim over $5 billion in payroll tax refunds through the ERC, and they may be able to help your business too. So go to getrefunds.com or download the app from the App Store today. That's getrefunds.com today. But what really struck me, and I remember this the first time we talked to Paula back for the interview, and she even admits that she herself began questioning her own judgment and common sense. She started to think, well, am I wrong here? As everyone around me is affirming it, and all the authority figures are affirming it, and the school is, and I look around on campus, it's all affirming it and saying this is good, and so am I the crazy one? Now, you might hear that and think, well, you have to be very weak-minded to question. But no, not at all. This is the psychological impact of people being made to feel isolated. And when the messaging all around you is like, this is okay, this is good, this is okay, this is good, and they're beating you over the head with it, eventually, it starts to break down your psychological defenses. And then on top of it, because she also talks about this in the interview, and I think this is one of the reasons why this sort of thing is especially effective on women, is that if you are an empathetic person, and you care about other people, you want other people to feel good and be happy and all that. Not only are they manipulating you and they're intimidating you and coercing you and they're gaslighting you, but they're also playing on that. They're taking advantage and exploiting that. They're taking, and it's so sinister because they're taking something that's good about you, which is that you're compassionate, you're empathetic, and you care about people, and you don't want to hurt people's feelings, and that's a good thing, and they're turning it against you. By telling you that, well, look, if you really care about people and you don't want to hurt their feelings, then you should go along with this. And if you don't go along with this, this person's going to be, they might kill themselves if you don't go along with it. So that's the kind of environment that people are put in. But most of all, and I hear this, it wasn't just from Paula, it wasn't just in one interview, I hear this all the time from people, that most of all, what the left does really on any issue, but especially on this one, is they want you to feel like you're alone. They want you to feel isolated. So you understand, you know right from wrong, you have common sense, but they want you to feel like you're the only one who feels the way that you do. Everyone else around you is on the same page, and you're the one person who's questioning this. So what you think is common sense must not be. If it was common sense, why isn't it's called common for a reason? It should be shared by everybody. And that's also why they are desperate to shut down anyone who talks about this. It's why they want to shut down What Is a Woman? All the deplatforming, everything. Main reason they're doing that is because it breaks the illusion that you're alone. And that's what they're most terrified of. If you'd like to see what else I have to say, you can access my full show by going to dailywire.com or by going to the Matt Walsh Show Twitter page. Hope to see you there. Godspeed.